Double Take Sports Talk. 5 good minutes with the Watts brothers. Coming up on the show, we're going to recap Monday Night Football, the Atlanta Falcons versus the New Orleans Saints. We will have analysis and our thoughts and intake on the game. We will have that coming up next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Double Take Sports Talk, 5 good minutes with the Watts brothers. Welcome to the show. Darren Watts here on the other side of me, Daryl Watts.
What's going on?
Yeah, we here.
What's going on? Yeah,
Once again, we are here.
Beautiful.
Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Right. We have Ty Montgomery trending on Facebook. He's exploiting a loophole in the NFL rulebook to his advantage.
That don't sound good.
Odell Beckham Jr. is trending on Facebook. He cries and throws a temper tantrum according to Facebook.
Yes. And there was an article out there on that too.
Jay Cutler is trending on Facebook. Thumb injury. Might be
He
a
may
link.
not get the starting quarterback job back.
Got a lengthy absence. The New York Mets, Cabrera hits a grand slam in their win. James Harden, he's trending. He will play full-time point guard for the Houston Rockets. Paul Pierce is trending. He will be retiring after this season. Josh Norman is trending. Chris Bosh is trending. He's most likely have played his last game with the Heat, but he still has an open mind. Mo Williams is trending.
He officially retired.
He officially retired. And the Nebraska Huskers are trending on Facebook. They kneel during the national anthem. It's Facebook.
On the Twitter side, D. Gordon trending on Twitter. Hit the leadoff home run. In tribute to Jose Fernandez.
Mm-hmm. Very emotional.
Yeah, very emotional. New Orleans Saints trending on Twitter. Of course, losing the game. So.
Yeah.
And then the Falcons trending on Twitter.
Won the game.
Matt Ryan trending on Twitter.
Yes, I believe he is trending because he failed tried to block for his running back.
There was a big dude coming for him. He said, "I don't think so."
Well, they said he slipped and failed, but then again,
he had second thoughts about it. That's why he slipped and failed.
I really don't blame him. Like, I'm not about to put my body on the line. I need to be a franchise quarterback, and that's exactly what I'm gonna be.
Yeah. John Lester trending on Twitter.
Allowed the Cubs to get 100 wins in a season.
Yep. And lastly, but not least, the Purdue graduate Drew Brees trending on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right. Yeah. All right. On the docket today, we have the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons at the. Where did they play? Yeah, Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. We have that on the docket. Daryl, you ready to do this?
Let's rock it.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 5 minutes starts now. The Atlanta Falcons pulled away with a win, 45-32. Before we go into the analysis of this game, let it be known as of right now, our updates and records and our predictions. Daryl finished week 3 5-11, and I again finished the week 10-6. Total record overall for Daryl is 24-24, and I am 31-17. That's the record standing up until this point right now.
Of course.
Um, yeah. Now on to this Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Again, 145-32. Stats for the game. Just a couple to throw out there. Matt Ryan, he was 20 for 30, 240 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no picks. Drew Brees, 36 for 54, 376 yards, 3 touchdowns, and excuse me, I'm sorry about that, and an interception. New Orleans dropped to 0-3 on the year. The Atlanta Falcons improved to 2-1 on the year. Daryl, do you believe that the New Orleans Saints can still come back and win the NFC South Division?
Yeah. I believe they can, but it's a very low percentage of them doing it.
Yeah.
But
we both picked Atlanta. We
both picked
Carolina. And right now, Carolina is not doing the best we thought they were doing.
Yeah.
But hopefully they'll, can bounce back from this, and maybe they will get somewhere. Maybe they won't. A couple things to point out also in the game. Kobe Fleener, 7 receptions, 109 yards, and 1 touchdown. So I got this right. Yeah, Mark Ingram, 15 for 77, no touchdowns, and the one to really highlight the day, Devonta Freeman, 14 attempts, 152 yards, and no touchdowns. He ran all over their defense.
Yes, they did, and that's what really hurt the Saints. Well, I thought that the Saints defense was going to come and play, and it looked like they really didn't do too much of anything. Mm-hmm. And also to highlight what you said, Jimmy Graham had a 100-yard game too.
Jimmy Graham?
Yes. I think it was 6 or 7 for 100 yards.
I don't even see him on here.
He's not on that. He's supposed to be. I've seen him. I've seen Jimmy Graham on that list. He had I think it was 6 receptions for 100 yards.
I don't see him on here, girl. He's a tight end, right?
Yeah. They was talking about the 2 tight ends that shined in for New Orleans, and that was Kobe Fleener.
Yeah.
And what's his face?
Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham.
I'm not seeing him. I don't see him.
And you know what? I don't see him either. I don't see him either.
Jacob Timmy's on here though. 3 receptions for 28 yards for Atlanta.
I don't even see him on here.
Yeah, he's on here. He's right below Mohamed Sanu.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, but I did not see Jimmy Graham on here. I didn't think Jimmy Graham was playing for him anymore.
Oh, he plays for Seattle, don't he?
I believe he does.
Good gosh. What was that I was looking at?
You must have been looking at something else.
It was something I was literally just looking at. I don't know if Kobe Fleener had passed Jimmy Graham for tight ends with either most catches or most receiving yards in the game with 109. But yeah, that's my mistake. But the one thing that really stood out for Atlanta is their defense. Of course, that pick 6 that really stretched the lead to 45-25. Well, 44-25 at that point.
Deion Jones, he's a rookie. 8 tackles, 1 assisted, no sacks, 1 interception. I think that was that one interception that went back for a touchdown. Mm-hmm. And Dwight Freeney, this is for Atlanta also. Dwight Freeney, 2 tackles, no assist, 1 sack. The thing that also hurt them the most, of course, was their first downs. It was their first downs and what they did. Atlanta had 26 first downs. Well, New Orleans had more first downs than them with 32, but most of theirs was it passing? Yes, it was by passing. They only had 9 rushing first downs, 21 first downs by passing, and 2 by penalties. And same with the Atlanta Falcons with 2. Atlanta had 26 first downs. 11 of it was by rushing, and 13 of it was by passing. So that shows a very good balance of offense on Atlanta Falcons side.
Yeah, and not to mention it with Atlanta, they also dominated the second half. The largest lead was 20-0.
That sounds about right.
And that time of possession when they led that second half was 13 minutes and 27 seconds. So that is a big deal for the Atlanta Falcons. They needed that win, and they pretty much earned that win.
Right.
They pretty much earned that win, even though they did let New Orleans come back and cut that deficit down pretty decently.
Yeah, Atlanta punt, touchdown, 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 field goal, punt, and then the end of the game. Mm-hmm. That's how Atlanta's game is won, whereas compared to New Orleans, touchdown, punt, field goal, touchdown, interception, touchdown, and downs. I think they turned it over on downs, I believe.
And both teams had 10 longest plays for each side of the field. For New Orleans, you had Drew Brees had one for 28 yards to Coleman, and then he had another one deep middle to Coby Fleener for 36 yards, and then another one to Coby Fleener for 32. I mean, that's just to highlight the three right there.
Well, Coby Fleener is really taking over Jimmy Graham's position.
Yes, he is. And that's a big shoe to fill.
Yeah, it's a big
shoe to fill.
Yeah, because it seemed like New Orleans always have good tight ends to know how to stretch the field on behalf of because of their play system.
Yeah,
it's just me. Maybe I'm
crazy. Not to mention Mark Ingram too. He had a couple of deep passes for 18 yards and 17. Well, for running anyway.
Right.
So, yeah. That was pretty interesting.
Yes, it was.
Very interesting.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's our 5 minutes. Thank you for listening to the show.
All right. You can check us out on the social media side and listen to more of our podcasts. You can follow us on Twitter at DTST2414. Like us on Facebook, Double Take Sports Talk page at the Watch Brothers. Subscribe on YouTube and also subscribe to our podcast on the podcast app featuring iTunes. We got the blog featuring critical thinking and analysis. You can check that out on Double Take Sports Talk. .blogspot.com. Of course, as we mentioned, the Cubs won their 100th game of the year
since 1935. It's very interesting to know. Congratulations to the Chicago Cubs. I believe they're going to pretty much take it to the World Series.
I hope they do. I hope the pitching rotation
stays
healthy. Always been the problem.
Yeah.
If the Cubs pitching rotation can stay healthy and not mentally get dissolved in the mindset of the playoffs, they got experienced players. Hopefully they can set this right to get us the World Series for the first time since 1902?
Eight. I believe in 1908.
1908. And in that drought. Windy City, we need it. We need it.
Yeah.
We need it.
Yes, sir. I'm not a big fan of it, but
that's good.
They got a good chance.
That's good for you.
They got a good chance.
12-2 was the final score for that Cubs and Pirates game.
Let's whoop. The Pirates were supposed to whoop them.
Yeah, they're supposed to whoop them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's our 5 minutes. Double Take Sports Talk. Thank you for listening to this show. I'm Darren. On the other side of me, Daryl Watts.
Yeah.
All right, catch up with us on another episode. Until then, ciao.